Butch Myers has the average lead after 2 rounds. You might remember that he not only won the average at the national finals last December, he also shattered his own record. Also back this year, Oat Berry, who missed last year due to some injuries.
I was real itchy last fall. I started back probably a little earlier than I should have, but I was wanting to try to get, I knew there was going to be some bugs and some bad runs, and I was wanting to get it out of my system before this winter, and I had a lot of heck coming back last fall, and there was a lot of bugs, and it took me a couple months in the practice pen to get things straightened out, but I think I finally got it going back my way again.
What a great career for Oat Berry, 4 world championships, 11 NFRs, more than $1 million in career earnings.
Well, it's good to see him back. Anytime, and that steer sets up, so although he's back healthy, a little bad luck follows him here in Jackson. Good look at it right there. You have to be so quick to get down. It looked like his horse was a little tight and didn't allow him to get inside there to catch that steer. So Oat Berry ends up with no time.
There's another cowboy that knows how to win world championships, Steve Duhan. He has 3 world titles to his credit. And also in 1986, he put together the fastest run ever at the national finals. We flash back to Las Vegas. Here it is. It wound up in the record books as 3.0 seconds. I know it's been about 12 years later, but he can still throw one in about 3.0 seconds if he wants to.
Well, he hasn't changed much. You know what's so impressive about Steve is he doesn't slide cattle very far, and he can be so quick. 3.2, just 0.2 of a second, a little slower than his arena record at the NFR. Good steer, though. He handles this steer so easy. He's very athletic, and he's also very big, and those are 2 pretty good combinations in this event.
Almost made it to the national finals last year, wound up finishing 18th in the world. There's another cowboy that knows how to win a world championship. He's done it in calf roping, but the last time we saw him at the national finals a couple of years ago, he made it in calf roping and in steer wrestling.
Yes, that was in 96. 97, he kind of took some time off, but Herbert is back, and he says he's going to go hard again in 1998. 6.3, that steer handled a little slower than Steve's steer. Herbert will be back in the calf roping in a little while.
Now to Victor Deck. We did get a chance to see him at the national finals last December. He's from Summerdale, Alabama. 6 feet tall, weighs about 210.
Well, Victor's real athletic. He's been to 2 national finals rodeos. It seems like you and I go around the country doing these telecasts. He seems to be in a lot of these in the short go. Victor's a very solid steer wrestler. Look at that steer. Runs a little bit, sets right up, but Victor's ready. He gets down inside. Now the steer handles a little slow. In other words, he stops, so Victor has to do it all himself. 4.2, that'll work.
Steve Duhan, though, still has the lead in the average as we move to Todd Soon. He's from Laramie, Wyoming, 6'2", 200 pounds. He'll be the smallest steer wrestler that we'll see tonight. Just 24 years old. This kid has a very bright future, I think, in the PRCA.
I think so, and not just in the steer wrestling. Todd's a good all-around cowboy. He ropes calves very competitively, can team rope. But steer wrestling is what he shines in as he gets up. 3.8. Excellent run.
Only needed a 4.8. That 3.8 is going to give him the lead in the average now by a total of 1 second. But just one cowboy to go. That final cowboy is a good one, though. Butch Myers from Athens, Texas. 5'11", 202, 52 years old. And I think this guy's having more fun out there on the road than anybody.
Well, he is mentally tough. There's no doubt about that. And what an NFR last year in 97. You mentioned he broke his own record for throwing 10 steers the fastest. 4.9, that steer handled a little slower than Butch liked. I don't think he has any reason to, go home and retire. This guy is making a good living steer wrestling, and he's enjoying every second of it.
Well, Todd Soon's going to walk away with the win. It's a pretty good mix of youth and experience on that final leaderboard. The youngster gets the win. It's a good showing for all 3 of these guys, though. I bet all 3 of them will probably figure into the National Finals rodeo picture. Here's Jennifer.
We're talking with all-around cowboy Todd Soon. Now, Todd, today you had a little bit of trouble at scoring in the box. How does that affect your run?
Well, it just took longer to get out of there, but once I nodded, everything was the same.
Does it affect your mind mentally?
You get a little tighter in there, but once you nod, and you just try to do your best and see what happens.
A win on the Wrangler World of Rodeo is worth 16 points and a $500 bonus. Todd Soon grabs the early lead. Crown Royal World Standings, the season is underway. Steve Duhan, Lee Graves, Rope Myers sitting 1, 2, 3. What a great start on the year for Steve Duhan. Art Berry coming back from those injuries, not doing too bad either right now. He's 7th in the world.